Hi everybody, I hope you just watched this video. I posted this in the Google Classroom and I hope you watched that first before you watch this one. This is me just talking through the notes today. So we're talking about scientific theories and laws and how those two things are completely different things. Okay, so here we go. Now you don't have to write down every single thing. You will want to write down this first term. But a scientific law states what happens. It describes broad patterns observed in the natural world. Okay, the key thing here is that it always happens the same way, but it doesn't explain why. Okay, and so that's an important distinction between laws and theories. Scientific laws do not explain why, they just state what happens. Okay. It is based on repeated observations, and there's often math involved. So if you ever see an equation within a statement, it's probably a law that you're looking at. Okay. Compared to theories, there are few laws that exist because it's difficult to prove every aspect of a certain event. Laws are very general and cover many circumstances. And also, we as humans are limited. We're limited in our technology. We're limited in how far we can travel. And so those are just some reasons why. I have some examples of laws here. So the law of acceleration says the greater an object's mass, the greater the force it exerts. That's a fancy word for causes. The math equation for that is right here. Force equals mass times acceleration. Notice they don't say why, they just say that it happens that way. Our next one is also a law of Newton, not Mr. and Mrs. Newton who work here at the middle school, but Sir Isaac Newton. The law of action-reaction, so for every force there's an equal and opposite reaction force. We will be studying both of these later on this school year. And another one I'm sure you're familiar with, the law of gravity. Unsupported objects fall toward Earth. And this is the equation that actually describes how gravity works here on Earth. Okay, are there any others that you can think of? Just throwing that out there. All right, moving on to a scientific theory, and as you watched in the video, sometimes this word gets thrown around kind of carelessly and casually, but in science, a scientific theory is something that carries a whole lot of weight. Okay, it is a well-tested explanation, and this is how it differs from a law. It's an explanation of how a natural event occurs that is backed by mountains and mountains of scientific evidence. Okay, these are the key. Oh, these little marks should be below that. That's kind of funny. These words would be found within that law. So because, caused by, the reason is, due to, so they're explaining why something is happening, okay? And it's important to note that theories are not opinions. They are based on facts and observations. Okay? I have often heard this as well. If theories change, well, are they any good? Were they any good in the first place? The answer is absolutely yes, okay? It's kind of proud and arrogant to think that we know everything. At this point in history, we don't. We are still learning new things and still being presented with new problems every day as a globe. So yes, theories are allowed to change, and that's a good thing. Okay. So as time goes on, new evidence may be found that might cause a theory to have to be changed in some way or shape or form. Okay, if this evidence is duplicated and reliable, then the theory should also change. That's the beauty of a theory. A law shouldn't really change. Okay, and as we keep learning and finding new evidence, theories also change and improve. And this is not a sign of weakness. This is not anything bad about theories. This just, it is what it is. As our technology gets better, as our research gets more and more detailed, yes, we're going to make new discoveries and find new evidence, and that may end up changing our theories a little bit as we go on. Okay, so a couple theories here. There's the theory of plate tectonics. Earth's plates move due to convection currents in the mantle. Do you see, I tried to highlight the words in here that give you a clue that it is explaining this whole idea of plate tectonics and why Earth's plates move. We know that they do move, but the convection currents, that's the reason for that. The theory of evolution, maybe you've heard of this, maybe you haven't, but species can change over time because of, or you could substitute another phrasing there, or due to changes in genetic codes. And that one can be kind of controversial, but evolution simply means change over time. And you can email with me with questions on that if you like. There are many other theories. There's the theory of relativity. Our buddy Einstein came up with that one. There's germ theory. There's cell theory. The list goes on and on. If you know of any others, feel free to jot them down in your notebook. Okay. Oh, that is it for this video. And hopefully you can still see my screen. I was going to show you. Your assignment will look something like this. Okay. And it's a review of quant and qual observations. And you should be able to type directly into this. Okay. So please go ahead and do text from Germany. That is funny. I don't know why that would be there. Okay. And this, please read the directions carefully. Label each statement as theory or law. You're going to write that here. Then underline the word. Let's underline that. Underline the word that helped you to decide, word or words. Okay? So this assignment is doing a couple things. You're not only getting some practice on the stuff we just did, you're also learning a little more about Microsoft Word, or hopefully Google Docs, if I can get this into Google Docs. So I think that's it. I hope you all have a wonderful day.